Opening word to Sun. Dog Sundog, you framed Republicans as people who want to starve workers and hate babies and the elderly. That picture is false. It comes from fear, not fact. I have lived long enough to watch both parties fight for power, and I have seen how easy it is for politicians to twist suffering into a weapon. When someone paints half the country as monsters, that is not compassion. That is control. The claim that Republicans want people to starve is not real. You said Republicans said out loud they wanted people to starve. I never heard that. I follow the policy fights. I read the actual bills. Every major Republican proposal focused on work requirements for able adults without dependents and on stopping fraud in welfare programs. Scripture tells us that a worker is worthy of his wages. Scripture also tells us that if a man will not work, he should not eat. That is not cruelty. That is order. God built society on work, responsibility, and family. When leaders remove those pillars, the poor suffer more, not less. The real record of the last 4 years points directly at Biden. If we talk about starvation and suffering, then we need to look at the present. Prices climbed under Joe Biden, groceries climbed, rent climbed, gas climbed, energy climbed. Every working family felt the hit. Retirees felt the hit. Disabled citizens living on fixed incomes felt the hit. This happened because Biden printed money he did not have, closed energy production, and pushed spending bills that exploded inflation. Sundog, your anger is aimed at the wrong people. You are describing Biden's America, not Trump's America. Trump protected the American worker from China and Europe. Trump cut taxes for working families. He rebuilt manufacturing. He challenged China's trade abuse. He put tariffs on China that forced them to the table. He stopped European governments from manipulating trade rules that harmed our industries. During Trump's years, wages grew for the low and middle class. Inflation stayed low, energy stayed cheap, groceries stayed stable. Working people did better, not worse. That is not cruelty. That is protection. When a leader stands up to hostile economies, he guards his own people. That is what Trump did. Democrats use fear because it gives them power. I talk straight here. When you tell people that one political party hates babies and the elderly, you strip away their ability to think. You push them into panic. Fear is a leash. Politicians use fear to grow government and crush opposition. You claimed Republicans hate working people. Look around. The politicians who push the hardest for endless welfare programs also push high taxes, high regulations, and high energy prices. Those policies trap working families. They do not free them. This is about control, not compassion. Scripture warns about leaders who twist justice. The Bible shows us that false prophets gained power by stirring panic among the people. They said the righteous were evil and the evil were righteous. They flipped the truth to gain control. Isaiah called it calling good evil and evil good. Look at our politics today, and you see the same pattern. Leaders claim to care for the poor while passing rules that hurt the poor. They claim to defend justice while crushing dissent. They claim to fight hate while using hate-filled language against anyone who challenges them. Sundog, your statement mirrors that pattern. The easy accusation and the hard truth. It is easy to say Republicans hate workers. It is hard to explain why workers had more money under Trump. It is easy to say Republicans hate babies. It is hard to explain why the party that claims compassion supports policies that destroy families, schools, and neighborhoods. It is easy to say Republicans hate the elderly. It is hard to explain why inflation devastated seniors under Biden, not Trump. Facts pull the emotional mask off the story. This was never about hunger or care. This was about power. When a politician wants you frightened, they want you controlled. When they want you angry,